All right, good morning, people. County Fair, man, it's going. One of the things about County Fair happens to be is doing the different projects in here. Okay, but one particular one happens to be these 12 boxes here. Okay, that one's on barges. This one's on your train. So you need to verify that you can achieve those goals. All right, so 12 boxes on my barges. Well, that means right here I've got a total of only 10 crates and boxes, crates. 10 crates. Well, here's the thing. That means I have to do 2 from somewhere else. But I also have to look to see what duplicates. Like, on my cheese here, right here, I've got 39 and I got 60 here. Do I have enough to achieve? Well, the quickest way to add these things together is to round up to the even numbers, which happens to be 39 up to 40, and 60 is already an even number, so therefore that means I need 100. I've got 143, so I can fill both of those. 218 and 182. Easier to round that 182 to 200 and round this up to 220, so 200 and 220 equals 420, and I've got plenty there. Okay. In the same aspects of looking at your train here, you round up, well, 39, you round that to 40. 3 times 40 is 120. I got plenty there. In the seeds, I have 58, so round that to 60, and 3 times 60 is 180, so I've got plenty there. 73, easier to round to 75 for me instead up to the 80. You can do 80, that'd be 240 or 75, and that equals up to 80 times 3 is 24, yeah. So 240, whereas 3 times 75 is 75, and 75 is 150. Another 75 is 225. So you're looking at, no, I got plenty there. 175. All right, now you can stay at the 75. Once again, 75, 75, and 75 is 225. And then you can just say 225 and 100 there, that's 325. 100 there, that's 425. And 100 there, that's 525. So I need to make sure I have enough. Yep, I got enough. Or you could just round it up to 200 and say 200 times 3 equals 600. And yep, I got enough. So just pointing that out, some of the ways that you can easily calculate whether you have enough product to fill those crates, and that way you could do the task. Now, which task would you do? Well, for me, the barges, I need 2 other people, and of course it's only, what time is it? 7:30, so it's really only 6:30 here where I'm at, but 7:30 Eastern time, so most people are not up and on yet. And how you can always double check that is go into your chat line and come back here and click on a person and view your farm and say, okay, there's text. I'm on, I'm green, and nobody else is green. So, okay. And yeah, we have very few people in the guild right now. We're accepting applications and all. But in either case, this is what you take a look at. This is how you do the calculations for your crates and know what you have. Like I said, doing the barge, I have to look for 2 other people. Well, there's nobody asking for anything on the list, so hence doing the barge right this moment would not be good. But yet doing the train, I could do the train and come right over and just go through and load everything up, and you should be good to go. So you don't need to watch me do all this. I can stop this and continue on. Just to point out something here about the train, I have done this more than once. Click on the last item, load it, and then click on send. Now this time it actually has all 3 of them checked, but I have hit send, and because I did it faster than the box classified, therefore it did not classify the last row. So make sure you always double check, triple check take a look and see it's calculating all 3 rows for you before you send that off. Okay, so, and just to let you know, there was actually 2 ways you could have done this, and that is, there's the other way of doing something on this, was that you could have done your 12 crates, not send yet, come over and clicked and collected, but then went and done send 2 trains, and you would have got counted twice for this if you wanted to do that. I myself don't want to do that because I won't be available in 6 hours to, or how many hours before my train comes back? 5 hours. So I only have 1 hour in there to fill that train. But yet my problem happens to be is that I can't guarantee, yeah, looking at calculations here, no carrots and so forth. I only have 281, so see, that wouldn't have been a good idea. I might not have enough carrots to really fill what they asked for. I don't know. We'll figure. We won't know until they get here. But yeah. So that would be the one thing. The is knowing how much you have of everything. And carrots I can't build enough of real quick to make sure I covered that 2 train scenario. So hence, glad I didn't do that. But you could have done it if you really think you had a good inventory of everything. But then you just go on to the next thing. Thank you. That's enough.